Well, welcome to the Mayor's Show. And today is really interesting, as all the shows are. We always try to bring people, especially here in the Township. And today we have the Women's Animal Center that's on Richelieu Road. I'm sure all of you pass it many times. And with me is Karen Lash, who is the Director of Development and Communication. And Karen, you've been there for a while.
This is my 5th year, yes.
5th year. And I don't know how important you really realize that the animal shelter does there on Richelieu Road. Something that we just talked about that came to my attention, and I bring it up now rather than even later. Saturday was a big day there. They had a great day. 20 people adopted animals on Saturday. I think that's incredible, Karen.
It is.
And that's what we need to do. And, you know, during COVID, a lot of people went out and got animals because they were home a lot and everything, and then all of a sudden kids are back to school and everything, and the animals became for whatever on them, and a lot of them they couldn't do it anymore. So I know that's been something. Karen, you're celebrating 156th year this year, and that's incredible. So I want you to start out a little bit and tell us about the history of it.
Sure. Great to be here. Thank you, Mayor Joe. Women's Animal Center's been in this community in Bensalem for 31 years. We are celebrating our 156th anniversary. We were founded on April 14th, 1869.
Oh my goodness.
Where
was it founded?
In Philadelphia, yeah.
Okay.
There was a group of 30 trailblazing women who were appalled by the conditions, the way horses and dogs were treated, and they petitioned the mayor at the time to take over the municipal pound as their first order of business, and started the adoption center as well as a veterinary clinic to take care of animals in the community. And a Bands of Mercy, which were children who would go around and look for cruelty treatment of animals, and also help to spread the word about kindness and compassion for animals. So Carolyn Earl White is our founder, and we're talking about the heat today. I can't imagine the clothes. Think about 1869, no air conditioning.
Yeah.
In very warm homes in Philadelphia at the time. And this was prior to when women had the right to vote. They did not even have the right to vote yet.
Oh my goodness.
So you had 30 trailblazing women saying, you know what, we want to do this. And America's first animal shelter was born. And our organization, Women's Humane Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Well, you changed the name now.
We did for our 150th anniversary.
Yeah, I remember that.
We changed it, and you were there, and we changed
there.
it, celebrating, and thank you again. We changed it to Women's Animal Center. Women's Humane Society is still our legal name, but we kept we kept women's in the name because of our founding.
Are you still in Philadelphia too?
No, we moved the headquarters to Bensalem on Richelieu Road.
Yeah.
Love the facility. It's a beautiful building. It gives us an opportunity to welcome the community, to expand the veterinary hospital, to have the beautiful shelter yards, and you've been there, so we can provide enrichment for the shelter animals. And expand our programs, our adoption events, our fundraising events, all of that in a really great facility.
Yeah. How many animals would you say there are there at one time?
Right now, we currently have about 90 animals on the adoption floor.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, about.
Remember that. There's 90 over there as we speak. Yeah. So if you're looking for a great pet and a great animal to care for, and they'll care for you.
Yes,
I mean, I couldn't do without my dog. I honestly couldn't. I couldn't do without it. And they just bring such joy.
Yes.
And they ask for nothing.
No, they don't.
They ask for nothing, and they give so much love.
They give so much. Yeah, we hear those stories all the time, the happy endings.
It's true.
You know,
I mean,
my dog rescued me, and just the whole, you know, I feel like that whole socialization, you know, out, the exercise, physical health and mental health and emotional health, and just the unconditional love.
There's I couldn't replace my puppy for that.
Really. I can't wait when I get home to my Riva, who I adopted from the center in 2021. She also goes there for her wellness care at the hospital. But you know, I look forward to coming home every day, and she's waiting for me with a squeaky toy that I bring home every day.
Yeah.
Yes, which is our routine. But yeah, we have about close to 90 dogs, cats, and small pets, which include guinea pigs, rabbits, hamsters, and we have 2 ferrets.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they're a bonded pair, so it'd be great if we could adopt them together. As you said, we did have a wonderful adoption event sponsored by Doll 10 Beauty. They're in Newtown on Saturday, and 20 homes were found for
That's
some of our
amazing.
animals,
That's
which on a
amazing.
Saturday is more than twice as many as we typically adopt on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Please
it's great.
remember that if you have the opportunity to
Yeah.
do that, really, and make sure you have the time to take care of it. It's important because they do take some
It
time.
is. You know, having a pet is an investment. It really
Oh,
is.
absolutely.
You have to think about those things, the veterinary care, the food,
Yeah.
the toys, all of that. And our adoption specialists are great. They'll meet with you and they'll walk you through kind of those steps. And the pets we do have are animals that may come to us as stray animals when Bensalem brings stray animals. And of course, we try and find their homes first and foremost. If they're microchipped,
And our police
find their
department
homes.
works
Yes.
closely with you because they're
Exactly.
always finding pets
Exactly.
that are stranded,
Yeah.
literally. That's heartbreaking.
It's
It really
heartbreaking, and sometimes it's just somebody's animal that gets loose from the yard,
Yeah.
or when they're abandoned. They come to us, and first and foremost, we provide medical care, which is great. Having the veterinary hospital, our veterinarians, our medical team's amazing. So we provide medical care, and then of course safe shelter, and try and find the home for that animal.
Yeah.
And then we have pets that are surrendered, and that's generally because of personal and financial hardship. Financial, sometimes.
I know, that's why
yeah.
I'm telling people
Exactly.
before you adopt it, make sure you.
Or if the owner passes away and they have no one else to rehome the animal.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to surrender their pet. You said it. They're
Oh.
your family. So
Literally. I'm
yes,
serious.
they are part of your family. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do have close to 90 animals looking for forever homes. We look at this as creating families. Four-legged with two-legged. There's nothing more special than the love of an animal.
I don't know how many people come out and watch when we have our canine dogs out there, and they draw a large crowd because people
Yeah.
see those
It's
dogs
amazing.
and everything. And these dogs show the same kind of love
They
to
do.
a family. So,
They really do.
We lost a pet about 5 years ago. And I thought, oh gosh, I don't know if we can do this again. But we did,
Yeah.
and we're so grateful,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, you're in the majority. Some people wait. I waited a little bit when I lost my dog and cat within a span of 4 months of each other. So that was a tough year, and we waited. And then when I started working at Women's Animal Center, I think I was 6 weeks in, and she
right.
kind of found me.
Yeah.
She put her head on my hands, and I just looked at her. She looked at me with her eyes. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They kind of find you. So it was pretty amazing.
Do you have any fundraisers coming up or anything that
We
should
have,
plug?
we had our adoption event. In the fall, we'll be planning for our Clear the Shelters event in September. We're also going to be putting a fall open house fundraiser in November. So we'll make sure we put all of that on our social media and our website as we're planning events. We did hold our spring open house in April around our anniversary. And that really gives the community a chance to come out and see what we're all about. As Women's Animal Center, we're a center of resources and services for the community. So in addition to providing safe shelter and nutritious meals for animals that we take in, we also have the veterinary hospital.
Yeah, I knew that.
So last
yes.
year, we treated over 14,000 community-owned pets
Wow.
in this community. Wellness, dental, spay, neuter, surgeries. Yeah, so our team provides services for the community as well. And because we're a nonprofit, we serve a predominantly low to moderate income community, a number of seniors, families. We keep our price points as low as we can because pet ownership can be expensive and we want to make it affordable. So we try and help we're conscious of that in the community that we serve. And as a nonprofit, that's part of our mission is to keep our pricing as affordable as possible and accessible as possible, working with the owners that come see us. So we do. And last year we adopted over 1,000 pets, which was amazing. It was a record year over the year before, finding homes for families.
Well, I guess it's a record of getting these dogs too, right?
Yeah.
You always have a lot of pets.
We do, the
cats
intake,
and dogs.
yeah. The intake, and sometimes the numbers are a little bit higher, and also it's kitten season. And what that means is there are abandoned kittens that come in that are babies. They're less than 2 weeks old.
Yeah, I can tell you a story about that when I had all the farms and all when I was farming.
Oh, yes.
People used to drop cats off all the time. And my daughter, who's absolutely crazy about all animals, she used to get them neutered and then give them away because people were afraid they were going to have, more kittens. So
It's important.
It's a big deal.
It
I mean,
is.
people I don't know how they do it, but they abandon these pets, and then, you know, it's up to the pet. And
Yeah, yeah. We do
and-
let people know if you find a litter of kittens, and their mom has been separated. Sometimes mom's just going out looking for food. So it's an education for us. But other times, if it's been a couple of days, people will bring them in. And then we look for fosters, volunteers that have time to help bottle feed these kittens. Because it's literally life-saving. To take care of the kittens before we can put them on the adoption floor. You know, like I said, we've been in Bensalem for 31 years, in existence for 156.
That's incredible.
It's incredible.
156.
I know,
part.
it's a
My
long
goodness.
time.
And for somebody to take, in those days, to take that kind of, you know, compassion.
Yes.
To think of that. I think back, because my dad started farming with horses, you know, and everything, and I got to think of how mistreated some of those were, and in the city.
In the
my
city,
goodness.
yeah.
And
In the city.
and they actually used them horseback. They, you know, they still do. They still have.
Yeah. So, you know, again, it's about, and we have, you know, to your point, we have a number of education programs. So we have an education coordinator at Women's Animal Center who works with schools, Bensalem schools and other schools, and brings our programming out to schools and talks to kids and teaches kids about being humane and kind and compassionate to animals. We also talk about careers in animal welfare. If you walk into our building, there's at least 20 different careers. Veterinarian, vet tech, an animal care person, my position, our CEO, marketing, canine enrichment. There's just a wealth of really amazing careers if kids are interested in learning more. We have mini Paul summer clubs coming up.
Yeah, I know.
It's cool. It's Vet for a Day. We did one in the spring. So we get the kids dressed up in our vet scrubs, and then our veterinary team takes x-rays we did with stuffed animals, and then we put little, anything from tweezers. Think about what your dog may eat and pick up and unfortunately ingest. And then sometimes we have to help remove that item from the animal. And the kids kind of stitch their animals up, and they learn about, maybe veterinary careers. And then they get a tour of the animal center, and they really enjoy that. So we're going to be talking about that. We've got some teen programs coming up, summer programs. So we'll have a lot of kids in the building, which is great.
That is great.
It's
Come
really
on,
great.
that's really where it started. Most people have a family and have children, and they get a pet.
Yeah, it's the education piece. I mean, part of our core mission is education, and it's a powerful and positive tool for us to be able to engage kids and about kindness and compassion. And kids will do collection drives for the center, pet food drives, and donate items like that. And when kids will put that kindness back out into the world, and then you hope it stays with them as adults. So
and one of the things, I don't know if, you know how intelligent these pets are. The dogs and the cats, and they're very intelligent.
They are.
We used to have them on the farm. They would never leave the farm.
See, they knew.
They would stay right there without a chain or anything.
Exactly.
And they would stay there, and they knew that was, what to do.
Exactly.
So, and it does something for you. When I go home, and that dog greets me like you can't believe.
Exactly. You can't have a bad day, and if you are having an off day, and then you walk in the door, they don't let you have an off day.
No,
you're done. It's I'm here. We're gonna play. I'm gonna kiss you, pet. And they brighten your day and your whole demeanor, and it's really cool what they can do for you. That human-animal bond and connection. It's hard to put that into words unless you can experience it. And you have.
And the second part of that, if you're going to adopt, please know that you have to take care of the animal. I think that's very important.
It's very important.
Because that's what happens. That's why you get a lot of dogs back there.
Yeah, sometimes, it's the education piece is what to expect. The veterinary care, food, toys, leashes, beds, all of that.
Oh, yeah.
So you need to really think about that.
Like we're having very high temperatures right now, right? Well, you have to be careful walking about. You don't want to put them on the sidewalk, on blacktop or anything like that. I mean, there's all things to think, and wintertime, same thing.
Yeah, if you wouldn't walk on that blacktop in your own bare feet,
No,
imagine your
don't-
paws,
no, yep.
the paws of your pet.
So they're the things we have to look
Yeah,
at. I'll
education
give you the
and
last
safety.
word. Anything you want to talk about that you haven't?
Yeah, I also want to talk about, we talked about the veterinary hospital, so, and you can find all of that information on our website, womensanimalcenter.org.
And that'll be on the
Yeah,
TV screen.
about our vet hospital, dog training. We also have, we do in-shelter enrichment and training for the animals to help make them more adoptable, but you can bring your pet. My dog went through classes, leash walking, basic manners, and you get a little graduation certificate at the end. Go to the head of the class for your dog. And the community programs I mentioned, with kids, sign your kid up for a mini Paws Club or a summer program. We've got some camps going on, which would be great if people are looking for something to do, and a tour of the center, as well as participating in those programs. We also have our pet food pantry. We partner with Bucks County Opportunity Council, who I know you're, and we started actually doing this during COVID. As you know, food insecurity is a major issue in the county. People struggling in financial distress to feed families. So we partner with Bucks County Opportunity Council at their food pantry at Bristol Fresh Connect, at the Bristol building, and we're there the third Friday. This week it'll be this Friday of every month, providing donated pet food. So families that come through for food for their families come to us, and we don't want people to have to surrender their pets because they can't feed them.
Right.
So we have, through the generosity of businesses, individual donors, and we also purchase pet food, which we redistribute to families that come through Bristol Fresh Connect for food.
Okay.
Another way to help, help families that are in need. And we also have people, if people want to donate pet food, we'll redistribute that to families in need in the county. So that's, basically what we do: adoptions, the shelter, the veterinary hospital, dog training, community programs, humane education, the pet food pantry. We're a nonprofit organization supported by donations.
And remember that also, anybody has an opportunity to donate over
Adopt,
there.
donate, volunteer.
Yeah.
You can also volunteer.
Yeah.
All that information again on our website. Adopt, donate, volunteer. The donations really support the delivery of the mission. We can't be here without the support of our generous community of businesses, donors, individual donors, who make it really happen for us and allow us to do what we do to serve our community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're
People
doing
and
a great
pets.
job. You're
Thank
doing
you.
over there. Really, I always go to Women's Humane, so I
It
had
still
to,
is. You're good.
but I had to
You're good.
go to the animal
That's still our
center.
legal name, so you're good. It's still in the building when you drive by.
I know,
Yeah, you'll see
I
it.
know
Yeah.
that.
No, we're still good.
I'm going to end it on this. I want people to have the dogs. Please respect your neighbors and everything. Just don't let them go.
Yes.
Carry a bag when you take the dog out to make sure that you, pick up after them. That's very important. Very, very, very important. We see it here at the Township sometimes. Somebody walks their dog on our properties and just walks them, and that's being disrespectful because other people use those facilities, and you don't want them.
No, and you can get the little bags now that clip to your
oh,
lips. We have them, yes.
It's not
Just
a big
roll them
deal.
out. It isn't a big
It's really
deal.
not.
It's
I
the
do
neighborly thing to do.
I do it on my place because I don't want that, because,
It's just being a good neighbor.
Yeah, so let's remember that also. But happy pets to everybody. We hope that you enjoy your pet. Visit over at the Women's Humane Society
Yes, please do.
Animal Center on Richelieu Road. I want to thank you so much, Karen, for being here today.
Thank you, Mayor
And
Joe.
good luck. And
Thank you for all your support and your continued support.
Come on,
and that of the Township.
that's an easy one. That's an easy one, my goodness gracious. Until next time, everybody, God bless.
Thank you. Bye.